Hey everybody, hope you're having a great Wednesday afternoon so far. I just finished doing 30 push-ups to support a friend of mine that's doing the challenge for mental health. He's going to do 2,000 push-ups this month. I think he's got a couple days left. So Chris Evans, good work, proud of you, loving your videos. I got out of there and I thought maybe there's more that I can add to this than simply doing some push-ups. So what I wanted to do was let you guys all know what's important to me and what I do for my own mental health. A lot of people ask me, how do you stay positive and upbeat? We all have our ups and downs, so I wanted to give you guys a few tips. If you take one thing from this, great. So the first thing, number one, I don't drink alcohol. Okay, it's been a long time since I've drank alcohol. The bottom line, I'm not going to go into it. Nothing good comes out of it. Okay, so that's the first thing. I eat healthy. I think it's often overlooked that food can have a really detrimental effect on how you feel mentally, okay? I'm not perfect. Yes, I have my chips and I have my chocolate the odd time, but for the most part, I eat healthy. When I don't eat healthy, I do notice it in my mental health. So that's number two. I start the day positive every day. I start with something. It might be a meditation, it might be exercise, it might be a cold plunge, it might be all three, it might be breathing exercises, but I always start the day with something that's positive for myself mentally and physically, or both. Okay, so that's the third thing. I put an immense focus on sleep. Okay, and there's a lot more that goes into that than just what happens once you get into bed. So without going into a whole bunch of detail, that starts right from when I get up in the morning. So I really focus on what's going to give me better sleep, and that's kind of where it all starts for me. Okay, obviously exercise, that's a daily thing, and that varies from day to day. Have to do it. Obviously there's the physical benefits, but it's been a long time since I haven't exercised, but I do know that if I do go a few days without, like if I'm sick, I definitely notice it up here. I don't allow myself to wallow. Now, having said that, I know that there's people that are in deep depression. It's not so easy just to go, I'm not going to wallow. But when I do find myself maybe not in the great headspace that I'd like to be in, I snap myself out of it. I do something positive, whether that's a mindset, whether that's exercise, whether that's go for a walk, whether that's just kind of really doing some tough things to bring myself out of it if I'm not in a good state of mind. Okay. Another thing is I don't let anything fester in my relationship with my wife or in my relationship with anybody that's close to me. Okay, the more time you spend letting things fester, the more it builds up. You got to talk things through. Okay, those difficult conversations with people that you care about, people that are important to you, they're super important. The tougher the conversation, the more that you don't want to have that conversation, the more impact it's going to have on you in a positive way. Okay. Another thing, I say no, and I'm quite happy to say no. If there's something that I get invited to, if there's something that I don't want to do, unless it's something like a funeral or possibly a wedding or something like that, then yes, sometimes you have to do that. But other than that, if it's something that I don't want to do, if it's a place I don't want to go, if it's an event, and I find myself saying I should do this, that's my indicator right there. I say no. Okay. So that's another really important one. My energy, which kind of builds back to what I just said. I really mind my energy. What places do I visit? What people am I around? What conversations do I have that change my energy for the good and the bad? And that's obvious, okay? Let's just say you're talking to somebody that's negative, that's continually negative. Let's say you're on the phone looking at something on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, and you automatically kind of feel not great. You've kind of maybe went into a little bit of a darker place. You got to say no to that stuff. Again, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I catch myself when I'm doing that, and I get the hell out of there. Okay. One of the biggest things that I do for my mental health, and this is something that I've been doing probably the last 2 or 3 years, and a lot of you have seen it, is these cold plunges. I'm not going to go into the science of it. There's obvious physical benefits, but more so for me, it's those mental benefits. Okay, it's the dopamine, and it's how that makes me feel right away. There's a whole bunch of reasons. One of the reasons it builds a resilience in your mindset. You're doing something that you know is not going to be easy, but you go in and do it and you feel awesome when you get out. And again, a little bit of a sidebar, if you want to reach out to me on that, happy to talk to you about that. But cold plunges have been super, super important. One of the biggest things is surrounding yourself with positive people that want the best for you, okay? And you know who those people are, okay? You know who those people are. So surround yourself with those people. If that means that your circle is smaller, that's okay, okay? I'm quite happy to have a small circle of people, a small circle of good friends that want the best for me, and I want the best for them. And the last thing that I'll talk about today, and there's probably lots more, is I really try to keep in contact with people that I care about, okay? Whether that's close friends from recent times, close friends from a long time ago, obviously my family, and like I said, close friends, you know, anywhere, wherever they are, I go to my way. It's not, I shouldn't say go out of my way. I make sure that I keep in contact, whatever that looks like. It could be a text, it could be a phone call, and it just makes a big difference. It warms your heart. So I hope this helps you a little bit. Again, Evie, thanks a lot for having me in your push-up challenge. And to anybody else, if you want any help with any of this, reach out to me, okay? You guys take care. Have a great day.